Hello, Akko here. Welcome back to FTB Resurrection on the Utopia³ server. I'm on the server on my own, and I've just slept because it was raining, and now it's nice and quiet. So, I've been doing quite a bit of stuff since you last saw me. I've not done any mining or anything, so I've done nothing like technical. All I've been doing is collecting XP and sorting my gear out, and hanging around the base so that the mob spawner was working. Now, I've got a few things to show you. What we're going to get on with in this episode, let's have a look at the to-do list for a start. Ongoing, gearing up, I want to tell you about my sword. I'll mention that straight away. Getting nodes to base, I've started doing that and I'm making a little note of what they are, I'll show you that. With the skulls, I've been working towards getting them and I've done very well towards getting them. What I want to do with this episode, I want to get some cobble, sand, glass gen on the go. I need glass for the shards, Farmcraft shards. I want to get MFR, sugar and nether wart farms on the go, so I want some MFR plastic sheets making again. Transfer node upgrade, I just want to tell you about them. Energy cell, I want to upgrade to a proper energy cell because these are alright, but they don't store a great deal of power. For that I'm going to need a magma crucible and a fluid transposer, and I want to start making survivalist generators because you know how tight I am with my power, and if I don't know if they're different in this pack, but survivalist generators give more power per piece of coal or charcoal than normal. And I want to get a QED made because there's something I want to make in a QED. Oh, it's the upgrade to the survivalist generator. Nice little tip someone told me, by the way. See that little fountain thing just fell off me there? I've got some primal ones. I'm about to make a couple of rings and a belt. And they each have primal charms. Primal charms drop aspects, so you gradually fill up your wand if you're carrying some, which is kind of cool. Not that I'm purposely doing it for that, but I thought I'd show you. So someone told me that in a comment, so thank you very much for that comment. I never realised that. So you can actually fill your wand up just by carrying a primal charm around with you, which is pretty cool. I like that. I have actually been filling. I can fill my wand up really easily. You say I've got 42 levels, so I should really deal with that, shouldn't I? I can fill my wand up really easy just by standing here. If you look at that, we'll start getting maybe not Ignis, but we'll certainly get the rest, even though most of them are full on that wand, and they're all full on that wand. Yeah, I can stand here while I go make a cup of tea, whatever, and I'll come back and my wand fills up nicely. Now this is working really nice. I've changed things around a little bit. I made it so there's a little gap here, so that the baby zombies, if they fall down there, I can just give them a little whack through the door there. And yeah, it's all working very nice. What I've also done is the cursed earth that I had left over, I took to the nether where the blaze spawner was, and I broke the blaze spawner. I changed the nether brick floor for cursed earth, and that, because it's in a nether fortress, has been spawning me blazes, wither skeletons, normal skeletons, magma cubes, and zombie pigmen. So I've been getting a load of loot off that. I'm quite well off regarding loots at the minute, so I can show you that example. Look at that, I've got 11 wither skeleton skulls. I do want to kill a couple of withers in this episode. I think beacon and Nemgo would probably make more sense than a beacon here for now, because they've got a lot of iron from their iron farms, which I think I'm allowed to show on camera now, so I shall show them as well. And angel ring for me. I have got flight, but it's a kind of flight. What I've got going for me is, so I've been getting loads of levels, I've been gearing up. My boots of the Traveller, they're pretty much done. I'll probably be keeping these in my endgame boots until I get a gravity suit and a cami suit, because I'm going to get endgame suits later on. But boots of the Traveller are probably going to do me for a very long time. This armour, I'm going to be getting rid of pretty soon. I'm going to move on to the void robes, because the void robes look awesome for a start, and they repair themselves. And they give me more warping, which helps me get Eldritch Guardians attacking me and stuff like that, which is all good. And same for the Helm of Revealing, that's going to go soon. That I was going to put Respiration and Aqua Affinity on, but I thought I might as well wait until I upgrade the armour. Now I have had an Eldritch Epiphany, which means if you get to a certain taint level, you open up this tab. You have an Epiphany, and this tab opens up. I've not done any research in there yet, but I want to get on with researching the void metal, the void robes, and get them made. So I should be getting on with that. And yeah, my gear, I've just gone with a normal pickaxe now, because I don't really rate the pickaxe of the core, and I think it might be disabled. Some certain aspects of the native clusters might be disabled in this pack anyway. My shovel of the earth mover is very cool. I've added efficiency 5 and repair to it. It was tilt touch, if you remember. Axle stream is all sorted, efficiency 5, repair 2, and the sword is FA, sharpness 5, looting 3, repair 2. That is why I've got all them wither skulls, because I've been using that to finish the withers off that the wooden spikes have been getting down to half a heart. Now this gives me flight. If I hold right button down, I can kind of fly around like some water margin, monkey magic kind of thing, which is very cool. It's a limited flight, it's pretty slow, but it's better than no flight, isn't it? So I've been using that to get around, and it's been working very nicely. Let's have a look while we're up here. That farm's going really well. And that was at 256, but I've changed a lot of that into charcoal. Now, what I want to do in this episode as well is I want to start sorting out ender chest. What are you doing? It's making a noise. I want to sort out ender chests and translocators. If you saw my Resident Rise episode from yesterday, I was kind of setting that up so to remind myself how to do it for this. I set up a second tree farm with a second chop golem. So I think I've got, what's that, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I've got 12 golems, 13 golems are on the base now, which is kind of cool. Little golem village. And what this is getting me is 46 stacks of rubber in there, so that is the instrumentum source for my auto repair. Look at that, I've got a broken window. Some bastard smashed my window. Must have been from when I did the division sigil thing. So nothing else done over this side of the base, but this is totally different. As you can see, this I extended and then I started building with these paper walls. That was a test for using the half slabs, and I made this into my farmcraft area. So there we go. It's not perfect because I still need to pick up jars to come across here to do this stuff. To do that, you'd have to have it all tubed with valves and filters and stuff, and I don't really want to bother doing that. I might do that when I get onto these things, these essential reservoirs. I might do it so it's all piped, because you can pipe them. You don't have to be piped in from the top. You can pipe them in from the bottom. So I might change it around when that's done. Might not. And what I've done is I've made a little guy here, tallow golem, with a decanting core. What he does, he just decants stuff out of there, and anything I put in there, he'll put into the jars. The only problem with him is if he's got something in a jar that there's no outlet for, like there, look, my Ignis jar. He's put it in the wrong one. Put it in there for, you fool. Shouldn't have put it in there. You should have put it up there. That's the issue with him. Oh, that will have been full when I went to Naito. That'll be it. So what I've got at the minute is I've got a jar there that I just empty out. What I need to do is upgrade all these to void jars, and then you can still put in a full jar. Anyway, what I am going to be making, I'll do it off camera, is I've got 2 mundane rings and a mundane belt there. I am going to make myself the runic ring. I'll make 2 runic rings, and I'm going to upgrade one of them into the revitalizing one, which gives you a little bit of regen when you get hit, which I think might be coming quite useful. And I'm going to make myself the belt as well, which gives me 10 runic shield in that one. So I'll be doing them off camera. What I want to start with then, in fact I've not really finished talking about stuff yet. Like that though, I haven't sorted the roof out yet, but if you were a man back in 1.5.2, I did like a Japanese pagoda style house at my base before I made my Titan, and I'm going to go with a similar kind of roof on this, see how it looks. And then if it looks alright, I'm going to change all the buildings. I'm going to leave that building, I'm going to make that into arcane stone I think, but I'm going to change the other buildings that are left into this like Japanesey style, because I like it. I'd like to live in something like that in real life, to be honest. So yeah, right, them guys are just happily working away. And the only other thing I want to show you is full sack of charcoal. It's going to come in handy. Is I started growing a node. Now I thought I'd do a little node diary with this. I didn't want to do that. Come back. Let's pick that up. So just to see how it grows. So this node was originally order Ignis 4835. You see it's now still 4835 on order in Ignis, but it's got 15 Aqua, 9 Air, 12 Terra. That's off these 2 nodes. That's a 326 now, and that's a 433, 37. These are only pretty small to start with. Wanted to see how they grew. So that was only a 34, 39. That it's pulled Aqua from somewhere, isn't it? Aqua Terra, Terra Air, Terra Air. that should not be pulling. 30, 60, 69, 73. Right, that's an issue. That someone has used my nodes to fill a wand, which I think has made that at some point a higher node than that. Because when I came in earlier, the auto in that was down at like 8, so I need to put a sign in it saying please don't do this while it's up, while they're growing. Now someone's pulled all the auto out of that, which has made that the bigger node, which has meant that started to pull back from that. So that's dangerous. That yeah. So I'm gonna put a note up. Right. That's covered everything that I want to talk about anyway. So now I'm gonna get some bits prepped for actually building stuff, and I should be back in a little bit. Hello again, I'm back. I've been a bit busy and got some more stuff done. Just while I remember to mention it, this thing here is an Ascension mirror. This thing here is an Ascension mirror. They're linked to like the same way an ender chest and an ender pouch links. So most of these can actually reach the altar when I'm doing infusions, but the ones at the back cannot. They're too far away. So what the ones at the back do, all these ones at the back, they send their Ascension through the mirror. It comes out the mirror to there. I'd actually like all of them to go through the mirror, but these ones at the front are actually close enough to the altar to go on their own. So yeah, I thought I'd mention that because I realised that I'd not mentioned that when I was doing the infusion of these things. So like I said I was going to do, I made myself a shield, belt, and a ring, and the revitalising ring. Now I've not been hit enough yet, even though I have fought a wither. I wasn't really paying attention to my health back, and I had a regen potion on. I said that was damage earlier, wasn't it? It's that guy. His man is he's chopped it down, and I realised. What was they doing over here? A little party over here. Yeah. So yeah, I had a regen potion on. I fought a couple of withers. Actually, I spawned one in the nether up near the bedrock roof because I asked them where the safe place to spawn one is because I didn't want to spawn one that could get away in the overworld just in case of lag or anything. I'm pretty sure my gear's well up for it. So he said, go near the bedrock, and he meant actually go above it using cheaty ender pearls. But I spawned a wither up near the bedrock, and it went through the bedrock, so I stuck the sort of wither in the nether above bedrock, if anyone wants to know. So instead I just went across to a abandoned mine shaft that I've been mining out over there somewhere, and right down near the bottom of the earth, and I killed 2 withers. Now this is the most dangerous part of it, so I thought I'd do this bit on camera. This is the bit that I invariably mess up and die. So because the actual wither fight itself, I'm well geared, so it was not a big deal. I need a vanilla crafting table first of all. 4 of them, 2 of them. This bit scares me so much. I need my division sigil. I apologise for the noise. Well, I had to go mining, which is kind of why I've also been away. It's been quite a few hours since I did the first bit of the video. I've been mining, which is why these guys are making loads of noise. I ran totally out of iron. No, I should make a sound muffler down there. Do sound mufflers work on Greg stuff? Don't even know. I ain't got one made, have I? No. You have to put up with it for now, I apologise. So, iron divided by diamond, and I need a place for 2 stuff to go. 2 bits. Oh, I hate doing this. I always cock it up. So it's left click, shift left click to do both at once. Shift left click. Bam. 1. I didn't do both at once today. I just did 1. Idiot. No. Oh, every time. Well, as if I bloody called it night. I don't know why I was talking about making sure I got both of them, and I only tried to make 1 at once. So right, 2 iron ingots, 2 diamonds. Let's try again. I think they're gonna go there. So, bam. Yep, there we go. So 1, 2. Second time every time. It should be my motto. That wants to go there. They want to go there. It's getting hairy. Ah, there we go. I've got an angel ring. Hooray! I've got flight. Woohoo! It's worth the death. Creative flight, it's probably cheapest. I mean, it's what I always use my first Nether Star on these days. So it's probably the cheapest way of getting really cool flight because it's just proper creative flight, and I like that a lot. So I have now got flight. Wonderful. The second Nether Star I got, I made a beacon and gave it to Nemgo. I don't know if I said that a minute ago before I died idiotically. Son of a bitch. as if. I need some wood, and what I can do now, actually, I've remembered, is I've started setting up the ender chests and stuff like I said I was going to do. So I've got an ender chest below there. Oh, I've also golem this guy, golem fettered him. I think, excuse me, I think my mic was touching my beard. Under there is a ender chest with an item translocator regulating 64 spruce into there. That's the first part of what I want to get into this ender chest little system. Now I've also linked an ender pouch to that, so I can get in the ender pouch, so wherever I am I can grab spruce or whatever, it'll just replace. Wonderful. And what we're going to do in a minute is add stone, cobble, sand and glass to this. I'm not going to bother with the gravel there. The gravel, there's a pipe going from behind there just into the back of the gravel barrel from that slot, because when you're making sand you sometimes get a bit of gravel. So I need the wood because I need another barrel for that. Let's get another barrel made. There we go. And I will upgrade these. At the minute I've got no diamonds hardly. I'm down to 2 now. I would have had 3 if not for blowing that one up. So I can't do the next set of upgrades on... Sorry about that, I hope that wasn't too noisy. I can't do the next set of upgrades on the barrels over there, so I cannot get over 256 stacks. The next barrel upgrade is diamond, which I've just not got. Who's chopped them trees down? Oh, it's because I just took a stack. Cool, of course it is. I just took a stack. So yeah, that's what the golem fetter does there. What I have put on this is I cannot get the next upgrade because it takes 9 slots, and you see I've got a maximum slots of 7. There's 3 empty ones. What I've actually put on there is I put a redstone upgrade on there, and I put a redstone facade on the side of that. So when that barrel's full, it puts out a redstone signal into this golem fetter. What the golem fetter does is he's placed onto that, so that's where he lives when he's not doing anything. So he'll go and chop that down when he sees it. Stop looking at me, look that way. But when he comes back, when he's finished chopping, he'll always come back to this spot. So when that barrel's full, he'll stand there, and this will be turned on when that's full, so he won't go anywhere, so it just powers him down. I've put one there, I've also put one over here as well, so this one's far from being full. I've done it on the rubber on this one, so it's the rubber that I'm more interested in. Where do they keep going? I kept hearing that door earlier, I wonder what it was. He's trying to get the wood in here. And he's trying to get these bits of wood. He realises they can't path to him once he gets in there. Little party dude. Love it. So, yeah. What I'm also going to do is I got 2 division sigils and I thought them with us. I'm going to take them to Nemengo as well. I'm going to activate the division sigils for them so they can have explodey fun of their own. So I suppose I'll carry on with this then. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this power source downstairs and have that as the power source for the pulverizer and the redstone furnace that I've taken from here. So they're going down there now. So I've got the wooden pipe, the kinesis pipes under these 2. So that is going to be powering them. I don't want to use that dynamo anymore though. It's pretty good. At least about 40 RF. It's 80. Max is 80, yeah. I suppose I could just use that. What I'm actually going to do is start making the survivalist generators, and I'm going to make 8 to start with. So now, actually, I might just start with 1 and see what 1 does, because it only has to trickle feed. Yeah, let's see. I'll make 8. Screw it. Oops, my cobble's no longer up there. Stack of cobble, and I'm going to want some iron plates, steel plates. Yeah, steel plates. Okay. So I've got steel. I have. We'll start with 8 of them, and I want my rolling machine, which will be in there. Yep. Let's get them made into plates. So rolling machine, of course, I got from the little railcraft building. That's part of my village. So that, like that. Click on the thing. That's going to get us 8 steel plates. Wonderful. While that's waiting, while that's cooking, I mean, let's go like that and get 8 furnaces. And then redstone and more cobble. Okay. And I also need to get a bucket of lava in there, don't I? Not done that yet. There's a bucket of water. And there's a bucket of lava. Sorry. There we go, so that's going to work away. Put cobble in there, one in there. That's going to put sand up there and one in there. That's going to put glass up there. And everything's sorted. That's that first thing done. Cool. Let's grab that. Need to grab some redstone from upstairs. So there's 8 of them. So for the upgrade, what do we need? We need an energy transfer node. So I need a QED, so that is why I wanted a QED. Right, I remember now. So next up then, what I'll do is I'll put this down here. So what I'm going to have is I'm going to have an ender chest, one of these ender chests here, one of these ones, and I'm going to have things going into it, rationed into it, but I'm also going to have it feeding whatever engines here with charcoal. So it's going to be both feeding in and out. So I need to work out where it can go to touch everything. There, innit? I'll move that across now. I'll work that out in a bit, and I'll come back once I've worked it out. But yeah, I need to make a QED then. Let's for now just... I ain't got charcoal connected to that yet, have I? No, I have not. That's something I need to do still. I thought I'd already started sorting that out. Charcoal, what I'm going to do is... Let's just grab a stack for a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to feed it into a vanilla furnace. So it cooks the rubber wood out of the chest there in a vanilla furnace into charcoal, and it also feeds itself into the furnace. I was trying to look for something that can cook and run off charcoal, but everything needs a separate dynamo or stuff like that apart from vanilla stuff. So I'm gonna have to just go with the vanilla one, I think. So let's for now stick that guy in there and see how he does. Now this is only putting out 5 RF, and that using 20, so it's not going to go very quick at all, and that guy's using 40, so I need a full upgraded one of these just to run that pulverizer, won't I? But what this does get is you get 80,000 RF from the charcoal rather than 20,000 RF. Not that it's important, because I've got free charcoal. I'm really tight, really tight. Should just use a dynamo. Stop cocking about. But I like cocking about. Let's make a QED. So, QED then. Is it just called a qued? Yeah. Now what do I need for this? I need a... I can't make one. Not enough diamonds. So this is down under my base. This stuff here, teslatite and graphite, is where I found the diamonds that I've got as well. So this I found was one of the first big veins I found, and hopefully this is the stuff for the blue power, of course, and in amongst this is diamond ores. So hopefully I'm going to find at least 1 or 2 diamond ores. I'm probably not going to... There's one. Cool. So there's a diamond ore. So at the minute I'm probably just going to get one diamond out of each of these, aren't I? By smelting it. I'd like a lacerator. If I start crushing it, it's going to make it into dust, which I can't make it into diamonds. I need advanced grade tech stuff to make that. So I think I'm only getting one diamond per one of these ores, which is a bit of a shame. Hammer gets me 1 as well. No bonus, no. So I need at least 2 of these, so I'll keep looking. Hopefully I get another one and I can get that QED made. Okay then, let's try that again. I've got some burnt quartz, which is just cooked up blocks of quartz. I just got them 4. And I'm going to want some of this ender infused obsidian. Now I need 4 for each of the engines. And 3 engine things. I need 5 for the QED. So yeah, I think that should do me. So I believe it's like that. No, it's not. No, it's not. What do I need? I need to make this thing first, don't I? So that's a burnt quartz and one of them. Okay. So 4 burnt quartz, 4 diamonds. There we go. No. C to swell. C. There we go. There we go. Right. So now them twinderize and crafting table. Excellent. And now some of them with 1, 2, 3, and I've got a spare ender. I have ender, but that's fine. Cool. So I've got this little thing here that I can stick. That's so noisy. I have to sort that out. I'll stick them there. 1, 2, 3. Cool. So now I can make things in there. So what was it we needed? It was for the survivalist engines, wasn't it? Which I misplaced. There they are. So it's transfer node energy. So 4 gold ingots, 4 transfer nodes, and a breakfast search. That's not cheap, is it? Well, okay, I'll do this bit off camera again then. So, what was it again? It needs... I'm going to make a sound muffler. It needs quite a few blocks of redstone. But that's fine because we have got redstone ore and we have got sand. So I can make them in the induction smelter nice and easily. So I'll get them done and I should be back in a moment. Right then, I've made a sound muffler and it seems to be doing some good. So they're not totally silent, but they're not quite in the way. Now I've got the bits here ready to make that thing. So that's the breakfast search upgrade. It's quite expensive. That's actually cost me about maybe 15 blocks of redstone, but it gets me 3 of them, so I can use more in the future. Hooray! So I'd actually noticed if they actually work in the filters. You know, there's a couple of things I actually want to show you in the filters that are really cool, but I have to get back to that. So 4 gold, 4 transfer nodes, and that guy. There he is. 4 gold. He's going to get me that. It makes a cool noise and it pulls ender power from the ender base. Kind of cool. So that's going to make that for me. Now there is a reason why I wanted to do all this. It's just something I did want to show you. That's not putting power in Microsoft. Ah, never mind. That'll retain its power anyway, I believe. Yeah, it did. Look cool. That's pretty cool. So I'll start doing out. So I'll take every last bit of energy. Yeah, there is a bit of method to my madness. There is a reason why I'm doing this. So I'll create that. That gets us the transfer node. Now, unfortunately, the next upgrade for this needs this guy, hyper energy. It needs 8 of them, and then it needs this guy, and that needs a bedrock ingot. Now that needs quadruple and triple compressed cobble, which I was going to make a cobble gen start doing that, but Nicholas has made an absolute monster across at Nemgoat that I may go show you. It's a beast of a thing, and that is going to create an absolute ton of compressed cobble. Well, I can't really explain it, so I'm going to have to go show you it. But what I've got now is that survivalist generator goes there, and this still only puts out 40 RF a tick. It's better than it was. But the reason why I wanted to do this, there is a reason, and it's because there's a couple of transfer nodes that I wanted to show you, a couple of special ones. Now that's going to put, yeah. What do I want to do here? I want to. Oh man, where do I want stuff? Where do I want stuff? Yeah, that wants to be there, I believe. Are you in the way? Little nook. There's a nook in my way. So that wants to be there, yeah. And then, unfortunately, hey, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, I can work this out. So, oh, Christ. Everything's such a mess. Now what I wanted to actually show you was, couple of pipes that I've never used before, so you might not have seen either, but you may have seen, I don't know. The first one is made like this, and it's called a rationing pipe, and the second one uses buttons instead of the stones there. That's called a hyper rationing pipe. These are both very cool. What a rationing pipe does is it only allows one stack of an item into an inventory, so that's, I actually do want this. I think I want it there. Yes, I want, yeah, I do, I want it there. So if I break that and spill water on the floor, no big deal. No, there's water everywhere. There we go. That's where I want that go. Oh, brought the block underneath it as well, have I? For good measure. There we go. So that's like that. Cool. So if I come down here, what I want to do is, so I'm going to have charcoal fed into there, what I've not done yet. I want a transfer node on there. Yeah, that's right. I want one on there. So the first thing I want to do is my rationing node. So I did want that up there. So I'll put that back where it was and then just disconnect it from that, because I don't want it connected to that barrel. Not that it makes much difference connecting to that barrel. I can't feed anything in it because it's already got gravel in it. So that's all going nowhere. Cool. And what I want is, I want a rationing pipe there. So what that should do is, excellent. There we go. So why not 64? There we go. So that's gonna, instead of having to use 4 of the translocators with the diamond nuggets on, what that rationing pipe's doing is it's doing the same thing. It's regulating 64 stone in there. So when I take stone out, it's maybe not quite as quick. I suppose that'd mean speed upgrades on all of them, though, wouldn't it? I suppose I could put speed upgrades in each of these. That seems a bit counterintuitive, though, putting speed upgrades in there. But as you can see, as I think about it, doesn't it? I maybe need a couple of speed grades in each, but that's going to feed them in there. So there's the first thing I wanted to do. Long-winded, massively long-winded. And the other pipe I wanted to show you was hyper rationing. And what this guy should do. Now, actually, what I need to do, I think, is put a filter in this, so it only takes charcoal. So have I got a filter? Yep, cool. I think you might already guess what's going to happen here, but if I put charcoal into the item filter, put that in there. See, look, that's already put something in there that I don't want in there. So that's going to send, that's going to pull a full stack into that. But what I can do with the hyper rationing pipe is do that. What it's going to do, it's just going to send one of them in there at a time. Now, the thing with these is they use whatever fuel they've got in them. So once you get the bigger one does 320 hours for tick, which is why I quite like the big one. So I'm going to work my way towards that. But if you've got a full stack in there, it eats the full stack. And then it's nowhere turning this off. It doesn't respond to redstone or anything. So by using the hyper rationing, it just has one charcoal in there all the time. So when I can set that, so that it'll put no more in off a redstone signal. So that is going to be pretty cool. So that's what I wanted to show you anyway. Hyper rationing pipe puts just one thing into a chest, and a rationing pipe puts in stacks of things. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, screw it. Hopefully, I don't know if I'm going to like that. It might be too slow for me. Might be too slow for my liking, but we shall see. So anyway, that's getting 40 RF a tick now, so that's doing all right. It's going to run out because that's taking 40 and that's taking 20, but never mind. I've got that, and they're in my pouch of glory, so that's all good as well. So now what I need to do is work out how to get raw cooked rubber and charcoal into here. So I'm going to cut again. I'm going to get a couple more bits ready, and I think I'm going to build them in that building. I'm going to a little cooking thing for charcoal and rubber. Just to clarify what I meant that last little bit, I realise I might not have made sense. This guy does not accept a redstone signal, but the transfer node does. So it doesn't really matter with this 40 RF a tick one, but when we're using the 320 RF a tick one, we want some kind of control on it, because that's just going to keep running with whatever's in it. So now at least with the hyper rationing, it's only going to have one thing in it when we turn this off. So this actually responds, the transfer node responds to a redstone signal. So I can turn that off, and then it won't actually put any more in there. So say if we was running it off an energy cell, using a comparator to get a signal out the energy cell, then we could use that to turn a redstone signal onto this. Instead of burning a full stack of charcoal, it's just going to burn that last one, so that's going to be fine. So there we go, I like that. Right, I've actually made this thing over here because it took me a couple of goes to get it right. It was a little bit fiddly, partly because I was trying to get the output out of the side of a vanilla furnace, and it comes out the bottom, doesn't it? Silly me. So rather than pull it all apart and make it from scratch again, I thought I'd just talk you through it instead, as the episode is getting a little long. So basically what I've done here is 2 vanilla furnaces squashed in this little room here. That's not as big as it actually looks like from the outside, is it? Once you start putting things in here. So I've got 2 vanilla furnaces. I've got my chest of goodly goods in there with all my different stuff in. Now what we've got here is I've got a transfer node on each side of the chest. That one's got a filter in it for rubber wood, and that one's got a filter in it for raw rubber. I actually want to talk to you about these filters. They're really cool. Now if you look in any eye, it's just got that item filter there, and this is something I didn't know. This is something Nemson told me a couple of days ago. I'll come back to this in just a second, because I'll forget to tell you this otherwise. What you can do with them is a couple of cool things you can do with them is, have I used one down here? I don't know if I have, you know. I think I have used one. I've certainly used one up here on the trash can here. So if we look underneath this at the filter, let's pull that off for a second. There we go. Oh, it's a filter inside it. Cool. I thought it was in the pipe there, but it's not. It's actually in the trash can itself. So that's never mind. I'll pull that off for a minute. What we've got in this, if you look there at the top, it's inverted and it's fuzzy. So rather than have to have a filter for everything that you want to go into the trash can, I've got a filter in there for everything that I don't want to go into the trash can. So to make this filter inverted, all you've got to do is you combine it with a redstone torch, and that makes it an inverted filter. So that means it'll accept everything apart from fish, enchanted books, fishing rods or bows. And because I made it fuzzy, that's we combine it with a piece of wool, then it'll keep all the bows, so it won't bring any bow, any fishing rod, any enchanted book in. Cool. I wonder if it's enchanted fishing rods and bows. The fishing rods and bows and stuff are going into the thingies down there, just because the fine cabinets didn't look right on my little pontoon thing here. So I've got them hidden under there. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Them filters do more than any eye lets you know. So it's kind of a secret. I don't know what else to do. But there, redstone torch makes them invert, and a piece of wool makes them fuzzy, ignoring BT data. So very useful. Right then, back to this. So we're feeding out rubber wood and rubber into the furnace. This one is outputting charcoal out the bottom. So it's feeding charcoal into the side of this one, which is the fuel source, and it's feeding charcoal into the side of itself for the fuel source, and the rest of the charcoal goes into the charcoal drum. Easy enough to understand. And then this one is just feeding out the cooked rubber bars, and I'm going to lock that into there. Cool. And then I've just got a translocator there that's regulating a stack of each, the charcoal and that, back into the chest. So there we go, we've got rubber and we've got charcoal into that chest as well now. So that chest is getting quite full with all kind of stuff that I can use. Now the rubber, for example, is going to be used for a specific purpose. I've got a chest down here. I just need to work out which way feeds the bottom of this and which way feeds the top bit. So I'm going to get automated rubber and charcoal into that. So that's just going to always have instrumentum in. So if anyone wants repairs, and that's always stocked now, and it's off stuff that's always going to replace itself. So anyone's free to come and use that if anyone who's playing on the servers watching. So that thing there, repair all your stuff for free because it's all automated. There's one thing that's sorted now. And another thing that's sorted is, well, it will be sorted, is I'm going to make another one of these for making my shards, and that uses glass, so that's why I've got glass in there as well. So I'll be making a second one of these. I'll probably put it in the research room there actually, and have my shard production automated from that. Also very cool. Right, last bit of the episode. Let's just check the to-do list, see what I've covered, what I've missed. What we got then? So gearing up sword. Well, I've showed you my sword. I've showed that I'm geared up, and I'm going to do the void stuff next. Nodes to base is ongoing, so I'll keep that there. Node growing. So I'm keeping doing that off camera. With the skulls, I got them, and I died to the thing, but not to the wither. Brilliant. Got my cobble sand glass generator going. Now I might make a compressed cobble generator. I might not. I might just use Nicholas's at Nemgo, which I might go. I'm going to go show you in a minute. Actually, yeah, I'll do that. MFR, sugar, and netherwort. I need to get that sorted. Actually, netherwort I've got plenty of, but reeds, because I'm doing this manually, I've only got like 2 stacks, so I need to get that sorted. So that'll be certainly getting done next episode. I might even make the harvester between episodes and then put it together. And so I ain't done that. Transfer node upgrades, that's what I just mentioned then. I want to have mentioned that. Energy cell, so I need magma crucible to make a redstone energy cell, and fluid transposer, and I want to get some enderium med as well, so I've not got that done yet either, so I need to get on with that. So that'll be next episode. I've got my survivalist generator med, and I've got it to a tier 2. We're not to a tier 3 yet because we need bedrocky ingot, which needs compressed cobble. So we've got that med. We've got the QED med to make the other bits that can make. So that can make magnum torches and stuff that might come in handy. Right, I'm going to spend the last bit of the episode then. I'm going to fly across to Nemgo. I think my village is looking alright from the air. And I say there should be no cobble left by the time I'm done. Let's come over here. Now I can fly. It's nice and quick to get over here. Running through the sky. So this is what Nemson and Ego have been working on. And it's pretty cool. I think it's done using schematic, which is a pretty cool thing in its own right. But they're making a bridge. We're going to link our bases with rail, even though we're probably never going to use it as a railway. Is that Tetrahardite? Yeah, interesting. Got this very cool bridge here, and it's not just a bridge; it's functional as well as aesthetic, and it's still a work in progress. I've not finished it yet. Well, there's one tower, and there's another tower, and inside this is inside each tower is a vanilla iron golem spawner. These guys need punching. So they've got that on a wooden spike, looks like at the minute. I think to automate that they're going to want a gold spike or something, aren't they? There we go, that 33 iron ingots on that. Nice! So there's that. And what I want to quickly show you, it's a very cool place, this is Nemgo village. I see they've put the beacon, Nicholas has put the beacon down that I gifted him earlier from my other wither kill. This is Nemson's Farmcraft area. This is pretty cool in here. He's got automated shards processing. So they've got automated processing of their resources. This is on Nemson's episode from a day or two ago. So there's a link. I don't think there's a direct link in my channel to Nemson, but there is one to the Utopia network, and that'll be linked to Nemson if you don't have his channel. But any shards that come in here that are Farmcraft shards, they are filtered into there, and this has got automated vitreous from glass, similar to what I'm going to do, and it's got automated shards. Very nice. So you use the nomic matrices there, so it's got all 6 of the shards running through that one thing. Very cool. So that's nice automated shards there. Now what I want to show you really quickly, down in the hole, I like that chimney. Very dilapidated. Down in the man. Right, which way is it? I think it's this way. Is it this way? Yep, it's this way. This is why I might not make a cobble gen for compressed cobble. This is Nicholas's cobble gen. He's going to keep upgrading it as I get more resources to make this go quicker. At the minute it's going pretty slow, but these can go really quick. So there's one, there's two. So that's the way this works with the transfer nodes. You do actually see the cobble break, but that's breaking cobble and putting cobble into these packages from factorization, which is going to then feed down into compressed, double compressed, triple, all the way down to octuple compressed cobble. Very cool, I like that, Nicholas. So that's what Nicholas has been working on, our minion. Now, just in case you've missed the earlier episodes, we are a company. There's myself, Nemson, Ego, Nicholas, and W2F Geeks, also known as Lewis. So we all YouTube apart from Nicholas. So what Nicholas is counted as is he's counted as a company minion. So he does off-camera stuff, he helps prep stuff for episodes and stuff, and he gets to build stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Now what we're doing, everyone on the server is in companies. So there's like 4 or 5 companies. I think there's 5 companies, and we're kind of in like a bit of mock competition. But what we've got is our main builds. So my village over there is like my temporary starter base, a magic-y starter base. My techie build is going to be in this place. With each company's got its own void age, and this is ours. Cool. And my plan, which is why I've asked Nemson for an ocean age, is to make an oil tanker. So that is what we're going to have. How deep is this place? Oh shit, it's really deep. Is it actually void? I don't want to go down, I'm getting scared. So this is our void age, but it's an ocean void age. So I'm going to make a big oil tanker. Possibly later on we might make an oil rig to go next to it and stuff like that. So what's this node? Is it any good? Oh, it's a hungry. Let me out. Oh shit. No. Oh damn it, I'm gonna lose all my stuff. Whew, that was close. Shit. Hungry node. Danger zone. I'm gonna go and get healed up before I die. Christ. Cheers for that, Nem. Thank you as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I bet a couple of people are gutted that I didn't die and lose all my stuff then. I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye.